Hi, my name is Dr. Prakash Thomas. As a parent, I can be at a loss for words when explaining all the changes that have happened from week to week in our nation since March. Every time we think we know what's going on, it seems COVID 19 rearranges the script. This dialogue between Dr. Silverstein and I is meant to give parents of children between the ages of 5 and 12 some preliminary ideas on how to respond to their questions and anxieties. There are a lot more questions to answer in the months ahead. This is a start. Dr. Silverstein, my kids have had many viruses in their young lives, and at times they got to miss a day of school. How can we explain simply why this virus is so different that all of society is staying home?
It's different because this virus is new, contagious, and can make some people very sick. It seems to affect people differently. And because it's new, no one knows much about it yet. Scientists all over the world are studying it. The contagion factor is one reason why everything is closed. Another reason things are closed now is that it's so contagious that patients with the virus could overwhelm hospitals and not get the care they need. I'd explain that we have to stay home until the virus recedes.
One child of mine does not miss middle school. The other misses seeing her friends and teachers. They both miss their extracurricular activities. They wonder how long social distancing will last and how much of summer fun they will lose. I fear that they will complain all the more of boredom when school ends, or they will get lost in their bedrooms with far too much screen time.
Of course, your children miss all the things they're accustomed to doing. I would try to empathize and validate the many big changes in their lives. I would then stress that although this feels long, it is temporary. As soon as it's safe to return to school, have play dates, and go back to extracurricular activities, parents will tell their children. You may say for now, it's at least one more month of waiting, and that the return to what they are used to will be stepwise and gradual. Also, while being bored as a result of confinement in the house is predictable, complaining of boredom can also be a way of fending off anxious feelings. If you are hearing it more than usual, maybe talking to your child about possible fears of the virus will help them communicate underlying reasons for the boredom.
These months have taught me not to take teachers for granted anymore. Without their presence, say for an online school, I find my days long and stressful. I'm jumping from my job to parenting to substitute teaching. Will I have to be a camp counselor now?
Yeah, school-age children are very focused on school and learning, rules, and friends. Due to the severe disruptions of their everyday routines, it's reassuring to children for parents to create weekly routines. External structure, which includes predictability, limit setting, rules, and consequences, will help keep children's anxiety down and communicate safety. I would also engage children's teachers as much as possible to avoid battles over schoolwork. Parents can't be everything to their kids.
My youngest has been waking up, desperate and crying every night, needing to see her mother, as though she has regressed to a younger age. Other kids, I've heard, have been worried that they or their loved ones will get sick and die.
This age group may worry about their safety and their parents' health and need constant reassurances. Regular FaceTime with friends and relatives will help keep their sense of constancy and connections with those who matter to them. A return to earlier behaviors is not unusual in this group, and parents can lessen their child's embarrassment over bedwetting, separation issues, or other fears by normalizing them in the context of very stressful times.
There is so much going on in our nation right now, and there is so much news to take in. How much news should my children be allowed to watch?
I'd say as little as possible. At this age, it's hard to filter out facts from lies and myths and check sources. Watching the news may intensify already existing anxieties. However, during this age span, there's a thirst for information and learning. Watching the news together may be a way of limiting the amount of exposure while also confirming or disconfirming the validity of the information. You may also summarize the news to your children instead of having them watch it. Whatever approach you take, it's also an opportunity to reassure and comfort your children's anxiety in response to the news.
My children have seen other kids not following social distancing guidelines as they have. What do I tell them?
Yeah, that's a tough position for your child and you to be in. Seeing their friends disobey the social distancing recommendations makes it very difficult for you to keep the precautions going. Explain to your child that each family has their own rules and ways of dealing with the virus restrictions. It depends on their comfort levels with the contagion. Just as families differ in how they parent, they will differ in how they parent with the virus. Even if it seems unfair, your child has to follow your family's restrictions because you want to keep everyone safe.
Summer camps are opening, though many are closed. I would like to send my child, but they are nervous. I don't know if they're worried about the virus or more anxious about socializing after so much distancing.
Well, of course they're nervous. Everyone is. As you trust that the camp he or she will be attending will have all the necessary safeguards in place, I would detail those to your child. Make it very clear what health and safety measures the camp is taking to ensure every camper's and counselor's safety. Validate their anxiety, but reassure them you wouldn't be sending them if you didn't think it was safe. I'd also reassure them that all their social skills are still there and being with their peers will feel the same as it did before the pandemic. I would monitor their anxiety levels as they attend the camp, and if it seems to be excessive, consider asking the camp director if you could have them attend in a stepwise fashion, slowly increasing the number of either hours per day that they attend or the number of days a week that they attend. So that's it for now. We hope that these questions and answers have been helpful to you, and stay well.